Usher and Chris Brown are going on tour. And if you have a spouse or a significant other that are into those two,
Yeah.
probably gonna have to drop a bag.
I tell you what, I had a spouse decision, a conversation about this concert. I think Chicago is the closest.
Yeah,
I'll stand
the show
corrected if
dates
it's
did
not.
come out today. So.
Right. So we talked about it and anticipating the price of the tickets. Now, I ain't going to hold you. These are two icons. So the show itself, based off these two being on the bill, it's going to take care of itself. But I enjoy it, sure, because they both got heat. Timeless records. Both. They do.
I'm sorry. It's not about me.
It's not. I know you don't want to go. I already know that. But what I'm saying is,
I can sing My Way.
No, you can't.
Way. I had the blue CD. What are you talking about?
It was
8701.
You stupid.
I had a blue CD.
You stupid. That's the actual CD. You stupid. But nah, man. I thought about it, bro. It's like we have to have grown folks conversations about these tickets. I don't have a go-bowl budget where you can just go see Beyonce, cop Michael Jackson tickets in the suite with all the rest. I don't have that. So you have to have grown folks conversations in a relationship, correct?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, I mean, listen.
Sometimes you just got to make it happen.
Yeah, this type of conversation, that's what I was about to say.
You just got to make it happen?
There's really no conversation. It's I want to go to this concert.
Okay.
And there's a glaring look.
It is.
Yeah, but there is no discussion about.
It's just some things you just got to make happen or
you
not.
either can make that mug happen or you can't.
Yeah,
is that it?
That's what it is.
Look, it was a few years ago when Dave Chappelle came to the Marat, and my girlfriend at the time was like, "I want to go see Dave Chappelle."
Damn.
And she said it in a way that made me know it wasn't really an option.
Nah, I'm going whether you're going or not.
Yeah. So
And
basically,
if you ain't going, means you're not paying for my ticket.
Yeah.
So our relationship is probably
it
a
was
wrap.
basically you're paying for my ticket. This is what it is.
It is a wrap.
So I hopped into as soon as I was hitting that refresh button, making sure we could get tickets. And the thing is, it wasn't even like, okay, let me get the tickets. No, it was I wasn't thinking about the money. It was just she said, I want to see Dave Chappelle.
So let me ask y'all this.
So we went to go see Dave Chappelle.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask y'all this. As it relates to, and we're going to keep everything in perspective as it relates to concerts, epic tours or things of that nature. Usher and Chris Brown, to my knowledge, just the way I'm thinking about our era, this is one of the biggest tours I think I've seen as it relates to R&B music in our lifetime. I'm talking about where they are. Like,
sure.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's facts.
It's almost like two generations in a way.
Bro,
kind of.
I
A little bit of an overlap. But
Yeah.
Because when they announced it, I sat back and I thought about it. I said, "Nah, this is bigger than what I'm actually thinking about. This is huge." And
it's coming with a huge price tag.
it is. But I think it's justified because of the legendary status of both of them.
I can't say
You see what I'm
that.
saying?
I can't say I've seen both of them separately
Okay.
on their own, and they both give a very good show. So I can only imagine with both of them together,
That part.
what that show's gonna be like. And it's a stadium tour too, so they get to use that whole stadium to do whatever they need to do. It's gonna be probably $450, $500 a piece.
Just to start?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, just to start.
A floor seat is
Yeah.
shit $1,500 easy.
Is this one of the biggest tours, considering everything and taking everything into consideration,
It depends on
that we've seen in our lifetime?
I mean, I guess it depends on, because I can't act like I just didn't go see New Edition, Boys and Men, and Tony Braxton all in one venue in one night.
As much as I love them, this is bigger than that.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. We're talking about Boys and Men who was breaking Beatles records.
True.
You're talking about, their first album did 9, second album did 13. Tony Braxton 8. Like, it was kind of crazy. It was considered the New Editions, like they were the headliners.
Yeah.
But as a group, they sold fewer records.
The least.
Yeah.
But they made the biggest impact.
Come on.
The biggest impact. And
We're going to
plus,
talk about them later.
You do have Bobby Brown, who, had put out an album in 1988, and it was still the best-selling record in 1989. So if you are my age, I mean, this is the Usher, Chris Brown is cool, but like, I went out and bought a ticket to see that show by myself.
That's fair.
If that show came here, I'd be happy to just hear about it.
I can dig that. I think the difference, a little bit of the difference is Usher and Chris Brown are entertainers. So like that's not taking anything away from anybody on that tour because that was a dope tour.
I mean, that was a singing ass tour.
Singing ass tour.
Facts.
But these dudes are cut from the Michael Jackson cloth as far as entertaining is concerned. So it's going to be a show. It's going to be more than them just singing. It's going to be pyrotechnics. It's going to be flips and cartwheels and dancing and moving on skates and shit. You know,
flying through the air, all that stuff.
It's going to be something to see. Like even the last Chris Brown tour I think I went to was at Deer Creek.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's been here since.
Yeah. And it was an elaborate stage. You know what I'm saying? And he went like for an hour straight. Like all he did was change clothes, come back out, do it. You know what I'm saying? But I think that ticket price then, I was on the line. So, you know, they be having sales for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That ticket might have been $40, $50 on the line. But like we said about them Jay-Z tickets, man.
Yeah.
Once these artists get to a certain level in their artistry and in their careers, you're going to pay hundreds of dollars for these tickets, unfortunately.
Especially if you're talking about seeing it in an arena.
In a stadium, yeah.
Because to me, the concert that you're talking about with New Edition, I think that's amazing. Because we grew up on those artists. We grew up on these too, but I get it. I understand that. But
and plus, like the people who are going to see, you know, New Edition, Boyz II Men and Tony Braxton, they know y'all old enough to where you better have you better have the bread. You know, it's not like you got to think about, oh, well, maybe they ain't got it like that. Well, yeah, they got it like that. Like I said, I was happy to pay for one good ticket instead of two just okay tickets.
Terry's point about the performance aspect. I'm talking about just what they can do as individual performers, and then you put that together with all of the budget and all of the ability to do the bells and whistles. That's why I think this has potential to be a legendary tour because they're not washed. They're older, but they're not washed. I think this tour can be crazy, bro.
No, they still elite performers.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Breezy just came out. He just did the Breezy Bowl tour last year where everywhere he hit was a football stadium, essentially.
Yeah, Usher's just coming, you know, he did his residency and then
Super Bowl.
You know, so he's done so much that, you know, he's never really taken that break to where, okay, he might have gotten rusty. No, these are people who have stayed on the road and really been able to hone their craft.
So it's on some Voltron type stuff. Like they're forming to do the R&B. I think it's called the R&B tour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Play on words, obviously. But nah, man, this is about to be big, bro. I think this is about to be.
Well, you know,
it's about to be big.
Unfortunately,
so excited.
This is not going to leave any money left for people to go see TLC and Salt and Pepper.
Sorry.
Oh, that's right.
Don't do that.
They're not going anyway.
They ain't going now?
Apparently not. The interest waned. But, you know, I mean, honestly, even if there wasn't this situation with Chili, I don't know how much, when you're talking about between Usher and Chris Brown, and then, like I said, the New Edition show, and then, like, there's people who fit that Venn diagram who are going to see Bruno Mars. I mean, there's not a lot.
Got it.
There's
Jay-Z.
Exactly. Yeah. So
this
you talk
is
about,
expensive
hey, man,
concert
there's not enough money left over for us to go see, you know, what's left of TLC and
don't do
Vogue
that, man.
and the Ghost of En Vogue.
Well, if they go into Ruoff usually has a summer sale.
Yeah,
you
get 2 for
$10s or like $25, or you pay like a fee for the whole summer, and you can go to all the concerts you want to go to.
You so disrespectful, man.
No, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm being realistic.
Yeah, I mean,
what's left of it? You so disrespectful.
I'm sorry. Even as crazy as Dawn is there's no Dawn in the group that is not In Vogue. That's like some
that's
ladies.
In Vogue and that chick off the Jamie Foxx
show.
Oh man. All right,
Terry,
man.
Cindy, old girl, and yeah, that's not In Vogue.
Well, okay.
Only group that can get away with that is the Temptations, because right now they actually are going to see Otis because he's the only one alive.
You know.
Yeah, Otis earned that though.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, because he survived.
Yeah,
don't do survive.
I mean, he put the group together
too.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, hey, look, there was a dude I went to church with back in the day who was a member of the Temptations.
I hate him.
I'm not lying.
That's cap. I don't believe that.
I believe it because honestly, straight up, I was in CLD, which is Center for Leadership Development, for those in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah.
With one of the members of After 7. Well, he's a replacement member.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's an admin, so he's related to the family.
Yeah.
Okay, he legit.
Yeah.
He's Melvin's son, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Melvin Edmonds.
That part.
But yeah, so I mean, the concert dollar is being split up seriously in the next 6 months. So some of y'all are not gonna be able to go on tour like you think you are.
Yeah. I hope y'all ain't spend that tax money.
That part.